Hello aspirants, I am Inkar from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 27th February current affairs. The topic taken from the daily edition. The topic is Delimitation Commission. This topic comes under our GS to Parliament and State Legislature structure functioning. In this topic, we are going to cover what is Delimitation Commission, what is the representation, appointment, composition, what are the functions, powers, and what are the history of the Delimitation Commission, and what are the provision under the article amendment 42nd, amendment 84, amendment 87, and what are the constitutional provision provided for this delimitation, and what is the main significance of the Delimitation Commission, and what are the concerns related to the Delimitation Commission. These are the topic discussed by today's news. First of all, why it is in the news. That a southern state will not be affected by the delimitation exercise, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi has ensured that not a single Lok Sabha seat is going to be reduced on that is a pro rata basis. The DMK leader here, Rajashekar, has a pro rata that is based on the population or existing number of constituencies. Says Tamil Nadu should not be punished for the population control. So first of all, what is Delimitation Commission? That is a delimitation commission which ensures the fair representation in the Lok Sabha and state legislature assemblies by adjusting the number of the seats based on the population changes. And this is a very crucial for upholding the democratic principles of one citizen, one vote, one value. The appointment of this commission is done by the President of India and works in collaboration with the Election Commission of India. What are the composition? Mainly the retired Supreme Court judge, chief election commissioner, that respective state election commissioners are the main composition of this delimitation commission. And also there is a function to determine the number of boundaries of constituents to make the population of all constituency nearly equal, and also identify the seat which reserved for a scheduled caste and scheduled tribe whenever the population is relatively large, and it having so much of in case of difference of opinion among the members of the commission, the opinion is a majority will be prevail. And also that the Delimitation Commission having the very much high power, whose orders have the force of law, cannot be called in question before any court of law. So delimitation means the process of fixing the number of seats and boundaries and territorial constitutions in the each state, that is maybe Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly. It also includes the determining the seats based on the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The Delimitation Commission has been set 4 times, that is in the year of 1952, 63, 1973 and 2002 under the Act of 1952, 62, 72 and 2002. First of all, the first delimitation exercise was carried out by the President with the help of the Election Commission in the year of 1950 and 51. The last delimitation exercise that changed the state-wise composition of the Lok Sabha was completed in the year of 1976 and 1971 census base. So, the Constitution of India mandates the allocation of the seat Lok Sabha should be based on the population of the each state, so that the ratio of the seat of the population is close to the possible, which is equal across all the state. So, to avoid the consequences, the Constitution was amended, that is under the 42nd Amendment Act in 1976, that froze the allocation of the seat in the Lok Sabha to the state and the division of each state into territorial constituency till the year of 2000 and at the 1971 level. In the 84th Amendment Act of 2001, that empowered the government to undertake readjustment and rationalization of the territorial constituency in the state on the basis of population, that based on the census 1991, and also in the 87th Amendment Act of 2003, that is provided delimitation constituency on the basis of 2001 census and not 1991 census. However, that can be done without altering the number of the seat allotted to each state in the Lok Sabha. There's a constitutional provisions will also provide a guidelines, that is Article 82 of the Parliament, which enacts the Delimitation Act after every census. Under Article 170 states, also get divided into territorial constituency as per the Delimitation Act after every census. So for the center and for the state, they can provide the two article. What are the main significance of this delimitation? First of all, there is a equity to readjusting the boundary of the territorial constituency. That delimitation aims to ensure equitable distribution of the seats among the different regions considering the population shift over the time. So it prevents the underrepresentation or overrepresentation of the specific areas and also reserved seats for the SC/ST. So mainly delimitation determines the allocation of these reserved seats for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe in accordance with the constitutional provision that ensure the adequate political representation for the marginalized communities. And also there is a federalism. The delimitation impacts the federal principle by influencing the distribution of the political power among the state. So that is essential to strike a balance between the population based representation and also they have the population control measures that historically the freezing of seats based on the 1971 census aimed to incentivize the population control measure. The impending limitation exercise raises a question about the effectiveness and implication of the policy. So there is a many concerns regarding this. First of all, there is a regional disparity is a one concern. The regional disparity between the north and southern part of India that looks about due to the population as a deciding factor. The limitation based on the solely population disregards that progress made by the southern state in a population control that may lead to a disparity for the federal structure. That is, despite of having 18% of the country's population, the southern states contribute 35% to the country's GDP. So the northern state which did not prioritize population control are expected to benefit the delimitation process due to their higher population growth. This is a concern today. And inadequate funding, that is the 15th Finance Commission uses the 2011 census on the basis of the recommendation. Concerns were raised about the southern states were losing the funding and representation in the parliament. So during the year of 1971 census, that funding of tax devolution recommended to the state. So it will be definitely affecting the reservation of the SC/STs. That is, the scheduled limitation and reallocation of the state may result not only loss of a seat for the southern state, but also an increase in power of the political party with the base of the support in the north. So the exercise will also affect the division of seat reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in each state under the Article 330 and 332. So there is a need of the balanced democratic representation and federal consideration that suggests that capping the number of Lok Sabha seats will increasing the number of MLA based on population alongside that empowering local bodies for the grassroots democracy. Thank you so much.